Hello and welcome back to Super Saturday here in the Forza Fantasy Racing League. You join me, Alex, in the commentary box here. So, like I said this morning, it's all to play for this afternoon in the sprint race. We had a fantastic qualifying, came first, got all 3 points. That really made up for last weekend's 8th place at Brands Hatch. But it means nothing anymore. That's why we give points. Because as soon as you get into the sprint race and the feature race, the grids are completely shuffled and randomised. We could be starting towards the front, we could be starting towards the back. Who knows at this point? So, obviously, it gives the GT4 cars a really big help here if they put some of the GT4 cars towards the front. Obviously, that's going to really bunch us up in the middle somewhere. Or, if they do bunch up in the middle, regardless of who's at the front, it's going to give people a chance at the back to maybe cut through, make up some positions and score some points. The top 10 score points in the sprint race today. It's going to be a 5-lap sprint race round here. So not much longer than the actual qualifying itself. Estimated race time, probably about 12 minutes or so. No mandatory pit stops in this one, unlike the feature race. And the point scoring is as follows from 1st to 10th. It's 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So, with all that said, here is the completely shuffled grid for the second sprint race of the season here at Spa-Francorchamps. Let's go. Okay, not too bad. We're not starting at the front, but we are starting somewhere in the midfield, but we're towards the front. There's the countdown and it's lights out and away we go. We've got a GT4 car in front of us there. Oh, someone's hit the brakes. Many people have hit the brakes. There's been a lot of contact already as we head down into turn 1 at Spa. I feel that we're going to have to back off and give some positions back after that. There was a lot of bumping and a lot of pushing there. And we've been given a 2.5 second penalty. This is all the joy of having the grid completely shuffled for the race. Oh, we've gone off again. And that's another penalty. 3 and a bit second penalty for us. I'm not too upset by that. The good thing is we haven't been taken out and we're still towards the front of the grid, which is really good. Puts my mind at ease for the rest of the race. Because there seems to be a gap forming behind us thanks to the Group 4 car. However, believe it or not, there is still a Group 4 car in second place. Now, who would have seen that coming? This is what I mean. This is why I opted for the shuffled grids, because you get cars where they really shouldn't be, but they prove that they can be there with the right driver at the wheel. Pushing the car right to its limits. And here we go. Right, into the later half of this lap now. So things have settled down from the start. We have picked up quite a nasty penalty. I will admit that's not ideal. We'll have to have a look back at the start there. Rightly so deserved, I suppose. We did try and go for a gap, but it seems people at the front of the field jumped on the brakes a little bit too early. Not too much damage done though, apart from obviously the 3 second penalty, 3.5 second penalty. Oh, a little bit too much grass on the inside there as well as we close up to the back of what I believe is an Audi R8. Hard to tell with the livery that he's got on, or is that just the car smashed up at the back? Either way, it doesn't matter because we are past. There we go, it's podium positions for us now, which is really good for our point scoring tally. We did win last weekend's sprint race out at Spa, and I'm going to feel really bad for overtaking a Group 4 car here. They've done so well to stay in second, and they deserve to be there. I'm very proud of what they've been able to achieve. They have gone a little bit wide. It seems we did put them off as we went up Eau Rouge. And we've picked up another penalty for going wide at the top of Eau Rouge. Of course. Anyway, so this now all comes down to, can we catch first? He's got a 7-second lead over us. There's 3 to go. But we do also have a 4-second penalty hanging over our heads as well, for various collisions and track limits violations, but that's by the by. As long as we don't pick up any more penalties, and he's just extended the lead up to 7.7 seconds. Just using all the track here we can. That time is going up. He's found his rhythm, he's found his groove. We haven't yet. We've just come out of trouble and now we're on the hunt. Ah, he is a Group 2 as well, leading the way. Let's see what we can do. Can we capitalise? Can we close the gap down? Will it happen? Who knows? Oh, turned in way too early there. Way too early. Once again, taking a bit too much grass on the inside. Get the car rotated in, really wrestling with the car in that final chicane there, but it has got us down another couple of tenths closer to the leader once again. I've got to say, congratulations to this Mustang. I'm very hard wearing on the equipment. It has to be said. But then again, we are also very fast. There we go, up Eau Rouge done very nicely that time. Are we gaining or losing time there? Not so much gaining, we're not so much losing. We are gaining the odd tenth here and there. But I feel in the sprint race, it's not going to be enough. In the feature length race, I would have a lot more hope about that 7-second gap. But so far in this race, not as much. Really cranking on the steering lock, a bit of throttle. Just trying to get this car rotated as quickly as possible. Ah, we've gone offline again. But thankfully no penalty because we've actually lost time to the leader. Yep, that's... We've lost about a second there in the mid part of the lap to the leader, which is pretty much a good indication that we're going to have to settle for second in this one, unless something really dramatic happens in the closing stages. Just a touch wide through there, but our lap time's still good. We did set a 2:29.2 on our previous lap so far, which is another previous best. Weber's now up to 9 seconds. Yep, really getting the hang of that final chicane now. As you can see, we've shaved a lot of time off because of it. It seems we do make up a fair amount of time in the final sector of the lap, and also the first sector as well. It's the middle sector where we seem to be losing the most amount of time to the other cars. That's it. Right, no time gain there. We've only got 3 laps of fuel remaining, but that doesn't matter because we've only got a lap and a half of fuel, a lap and a half of racing left to do. I feel it's here that we lose the most amount of time. You can see that from the clock. We was down at 7.4 seconds, we're now back up to 8.1. And our gap to the leader. We're just pushing it too far now. Too wide, too much weight on the tyres. But thankfully we didn't pick up a penalty, which is good. That was quite a messy chicane as well. Not proud of how we went through there. Nicely done through there though. The gap back up to 9.5 seconds. See, I feel if we was more consistent and we was able to find where we're losing time in the mid-sector, we would be able to have closed the leader down and maybe challenge for the lead of the race. Oh, far too much curve there on the entry. Not enough curb on the exit. I think overall he gained probably about half a second on us on that lap. I wish there was a way. And it's a shame, I've just seen the Group 4 car slip off of the podium and down into 4th position, which is such a shame, such a shame. The good thing is, even with a 4-second penalty hanging over our head, we've got almost 20 seconds to the car behind, which is a crazy gap really, but obviously they've been fighting with the Group 4. They are in a group below, 2 groups below as well. Well, that was quite good through there. Okay, I'll take that. That was very good through there, I like that. We're still going to be nowhere near close enough to the leader to be troubling him, especially at this stage in the race with half a lap to go. Unless he decides to make a mistake now. It'll just give us that false hope that we could have closed the gap had we been a little bit more consistent throughout the lap and just held things together a little bit more. No, I don't think so. 9 seconds to the leader, 22 seconds to the car behind. Quite a fantastic sprint race. We did have a little bit of trouble at the start. We made up plenty of positions though. Granted, we got penalised for some of the overtakes we did do. But that's all part of racing, unfortunately. It's just what happens. Anyway. There we go, out of the final chicane for the final time in Super Saturday Sprint Race. It's P1 and P2 for the Ford Mustang. Thank you very much. I see it's the usual suspect again, the Chevrolet Corvette staying in first position for the majority of that race. But look at the lap times there, 2:28.4 and a 2:28.3. Does that give us the fastest lap? By a tenth? Did we get the fastest lap? I think we did. Looking down the grid, everything's 2:40 and 2:30. We were the only two cars in the 2:20s. There was barely a tenth separating the two of us. And it looks like I've taken it by a tenth. So there you go. Not P1 in the race, P2 in the sprint race. So 10 points to me, but 1 extra point for fastest lap, which means we are level on points coming out of that race. Awesome. Well, that does put a cheerful end to our Super Saturday extravaganza here at the AXLE Racing Forza Fantasy League. I hope you've enjoyed race 2 at Spa-Francorchamps. I shall see you in tomorrow's race on Sunday for the feature-length race. There will be mandatory pit stops. There will be more points up for grabs. There will probably be more crashes and carnage. So let's wait and see what tomorrow brings.